बोलता तो हर एक मिनट एवरी डे एवरी गेम में ग्रांटेड ही नहीं लिया, हर एक ग्राउंड में मेरा बेस्ट देता था कि कोई ना कोई देख लेते और मुंडा ये बंदा अच्छा खेल रहा है, इसको अपॉर्चुनिटी देते हैं और फर्स्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी को तो बनी कर रहा है and you want to do it I met a guy from the same city. He's one of the top players at that time. He saw my gameplay and he's like, you need to come to this cafe, let's meet. Bangalore का top players जो भी sports में, esports में, जो भी games में थे, वो लोग सब resort में खेलते थे वो time पे. जो city का best मेरे को लगा.
But we still haven't seen enough of those games to say, oh, that is the current team secret. We saw a glimpse of it, and can it continue today with the pressure? It awaits to be seen.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I would like to point out, like, yeah, not to take away from their win with DRX, each one of their wins, each round was just really well execution by them. It was not an accident by anyone. Now let's highlight again why this matchup is so important today. The team that wins secures their spot in playoffs. The team that loses today does not make it to playoffs at all. They are at the very bottom. Like, only 6 teams can make it to playoffs, and this is it for them.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, right? I mean, it's do or die. Like, win, you're in; lose, you're out. Good luck.
It's looking
Play
tough.
well.
Yeah, and this is all because Team Secret won that match against DRX. If you think about that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of teams looking at the rest of the matches were like, okay, well, DRX probably wins that as well. So the scenarios are a little bit cleaner. And Team Secret says, no, we're not done yet. We're known to be Giant Slayers for a reason. They kind of flip this entire chart and they keep their destiny in their own hands.
That's right. In fact, let's pull up the team standings as it currently is between these two teams, and how they've been scoring.
There you have it. Yeah, I mean, with that win, again, I mean, in theory, I think a lot of people would have expected both these teams kind of entering at the same score line here, but Team Secret, they had other plans when they went up against DRX, even with a clean 2-0 as well, and, in the case that you got into some of these tiebreakers, that map differential could have mattered, and that's how Team Secret is able to say, if we win today, we go into playoffs. Meanwhile, Global Esports, again, a shaky start, right? They were one of those teams that people said, best team to never win in the first couple of weeks across all of the VCT. They're starting to show their power, but both teams really need to find that consistency.
Yeah, Will, you remember you and I casted Global versus DRX. It was actually my first VCT Pacific cast, and that one went to like triple overtime or something on one of the maps, and very close on the other one. Like, it was one of the most early on hype matches, and like you said, I mean, Global Esports, they didn't even get a map win against DRX, but clearly everybody saw the potential. That was a while ago. That was like almost a month and a half ago, so we have come a long way, but at the same time, I still do believe they have it in them to at least challenge Team Secret. Also, strength of schedule is always an interesting thing to look at, because Team Secret got to play against Paper X and take a win early on, before something was in the roster, before they really got their gears going. Imagine playing Paper X now. Well,
it'd be different. Yeah. It'd be very different.
That would be our cue. Unfortunate for them that they will have to play them tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's definitely likewise for Global Esports with Rossi and Lightning only coming in about halfway mark into the season.
Oh man, look at those pistol rounds. Global Esports continuing to be #1 in pistols. And here's the thing, if you think back to the first match of the night that just happened earlier, T1 versus DRX, T1 not able to get those pistols, and if you think that maybe they would have gotten the pistols, that could have changed at least one of the maps to go into maybe overtime or go to a third map. Global Esports, they're always at least starting on the right foot. If they are winning more than half of them across all these weeks, right, across 8 of their matches so far, I mean, who's to say that they can't continue to do that today against Team Secret?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, let's talk about some of the key players that we really want to keep an eye out for. I was curious, instead of Jeremy, you guys have decided to take a deep look at Lexi.
Yeah, so, right. This is why I wanted to bring this up, because while Jeremy is the main duelist on a lot of these maps and compositions, unless, of course, he will go for a very jet-specific composition, it's really about the operator composition, right? SK Rossi, definitely the go-to operator here on the side of Global Esports. He loves to push out with that. Meanwhile, on the side of Team Secret, because if they're playing Raze and Jeremy's playing that, they don't really have someone who is the go-to operator. Now and then, they'll pick it up, they'll use it. We've seen Obviously, Dubstep still picking up on some of these other agents. We've even seen Borkum be able to do just fine with it. And it's not to say that other players can't do it, but if you constantly have to switch around and that changes up your position, etc., you got to imagine that you have to have a much deeper default positioning when you buy on those op rounds. And I think that's why on some of these rounds where they clearly could buy the operator, Team Secret chooses not to. And the question is, does that weaken your defense or attack on some of these maps? I'm curious to see if they've kind of changed their philosophy around that coming into this very important matchup.
Yeah, to me, I think this is a great matchup in terms of like selection. Dubstep really had a massive part in their ability to defeat DRX, so really want to highlight that as the days come along, he just seems to be getting better and better. I always love those kinds of players, and he's absolutely that guy for me on Team Secret. He is extremely reliable, very consistent, and really just seems to click on those heads really well.
Yeah, he's really good at the clicking, for sure. Now let's talk about our predictions.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Shall I explain?
I've seen this before.
Yes, yes. We saw this 2 days ago. Something, a very similar situation. But, you know, honestly, Aaron kind of passed us in the hall and just gave me the stink eye.
Yeah,
like,
he did not like this.
Yeah,
he did not like this.
There
Well,
is a disclaimer, again.
Yes.
We did this before this week, before Team Secret defeated DRX, so we did not have that information when we made these predictions, but
I'll stand by mine. I would have still predicted this. And it's not, again, not to take away that win, but that was one win. I just haven't seen enough weeks of that to really switch my gears to Team Secret. I think it's much closer.
Okay.
But I think I still saw more hope from Global Esports so far in all the previous weeks.
I would counter
I would
that.
have flipped.
Oh, you're going to flip? This
Wow,
is
I would have
well,
flipped.
here I am on my lone island all lonely.
a resident
holding-
flipper here.
I'm the flipper.
See, that's definitely what Valdez loves to do. But you know what? I would say the same argument for Team Secret. I've just seen more strong games come out of them this season, and you could argue maybe it's because Rossi and Lightning weren't here yet. But I mean, I'm just banking on Secret. But we've seen them when they're at their best. They're both excellent, so it really could be anyone's game. With that, we are going to go to this stage to see what kind of pants like Rossi's going to wear today. Let's check it out. This is it, an ultimate make-or-break moment for VCT Pacific, Team Secret, and Global Esports, where only one of these teams will make it to Masters Tokyo today.
Don't tell me Global Esports is wearing matching pants. Is that a possible? Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Texter's also just wearing his favorite pants. Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious about that, but there's Rossi and Dubstep, of course, are key players here. As the Jet mains, but also the main operators on either side. Team Secret having a little bit more flexibility in that role.
It's going to be an interesting matchup as well. Aaron versus Jesse Bash. As I don't know what that was,
was
from
that?
Jesse Bash.
Oh.
It was like a weird wave, or you say what?
Oh, he's trying to say, oh, okay, all right.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
We got the close up. We got the zoom in. We get what it means. Jeremy looks ready to go as well. Now, here's the thing. I get where you were coming from, Victoria. Team Secret, obviously, in the matches they've won, they've looked explosive as well. However, I think strategically, Global Esports has shown more foundation. And actually, Magnette, a big...
He's so cute!
Magnette is a big part of that, right? Magnette is so consistent. He anchors so well on these sites. And then you have Aaron calling off of that information. And even in the matches they've lost, I feel like Global Esports has shown a lot of promise. Whereas Team Secret, their highs have been higher than ever, but their lows have also looked very chaotic.
All right. Warpers look so serial
Oh,
right
man.
now.
This is getting scary.
I mean, it is scary, right? I mean,
I'm getting nervous.
who would have imagined you get into a situation like Super Week, you're in the last match of the round robin, and these two teams, you face off against each other, and both of you decide your own fate, whether you get to continue into playoffs or whether you are forced to take a break until LCQ.
Honestly, both of these teams have, honestly, some of the most lovable players and coaches in Pacific, and it'll be sad to have to say goodbye to one of them today.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Both these teams are pretty awesome in their own rights. Just love the personalities on both sides, as we're even getting some
So much hugs.
pre-game
Giggles.
Yeah,
horsing around.
Yeah, horsing around for sure. And Envy's just like having the time of his life right now before the match starts. I don't know if I've ever seen him that happy before the match started, but great to see if you're a Team Secret fan. And that's going to be Pearl banned out, a map that Global Esports has definitely shown some favoritism on.
Fracture as well, going to be taken out. Oftentimes see that, so that leaves a lot of fun maps available. Even is very standard, and it is going to be the first map pick here for the as now Esports will go straight on to lose.
All right, so both of them trying to pick at their recent W's and their most recent losses. That's Team Secret. I mean, while they have had it with the split before, afterwards, that gets banned out. That's gone as well.
Bind the decider. We could get to a game 3 on Bind where it's like really close. Ooh, that's going to be spicy.
So Team Secret, of course, we did see them play behind. It was against T1, in fact, when T1 first pulled out that Genku composition. So Team Secret was forced to have a bit of a wake-up call there. But I'll tell you what, we're going, triple sites in the first two maps, and then Bind. I mean, no matter who wins, this is going to turn into a chaotic bloodbath between these two teams.
Honestly, I enjoy watching the Southeast Asian teams play Haven. It's just so different than the strats that Korea and Japanese teams do. So here we are with our team comps right now. Is this anything unusual? Borkum back on the Omen. He's had some crazy Borkum time moments on Haven.
Yeah, it's pretty standard here on the side of Team Secret, whereas on the side of Global Esports going for the Viper Harbor, so a little bit of a change up there, going with the Sky as well, kind of I don't know what you would call it, maybe like a new age.
I mean, yeah, this is just kind of the go-to meta right now if you want double controllers, right? You get so much control of the map piece by piece, and the Sky can not only get info, but also really support your main duelist with the flashes and stuns as well. Curious to see how this works out, because GE, they haven't played Haven in a beat, and the former kind of very meta comps they've had hasn't looked good.
That's right. And on the other side for Team Secret, the last time they played Haven, that's when they beat DRX. So let's see how this goes. We're ready to go into game 1. We've got Team Secret versus Global Esports on Haven. And now we're going to go to our casters, Achilleos and Quack in the return to Jumanji.
Very good. Thank you very much. This one now, this is the match. This is the one for all the marbles. One of these teams,
and we're ready. One of these teams is effectively going home at the end of this. They will not be a part of the playoffs. Obviously, there's still the LCQ, so it's not like your year is then over, but that is a hell of a lot of time to sit back and watch. And one of the things that we have heard from on the side of Global from SK Rossi now numerous times is that he does not want to be the spectator. He wants to remain in that seat on stage.
And you have to respect that. This guy is hungry, he is thirsty, and he is here to play. Will might call this a chaotic bloodbath. I say, welcome to the jungle. This is what these 3-site maps are about. And of course, you know, we can look at Aaron and his frenzy
37,000 kills!
Oh my God, no, kills. not not 1,000. But yeah, I mean, this is Global Esports. We know them to have a lot of strong pistols. Can they convert to more round wins?
Well, time will tell. But I mean, they're talking about the compositions. I mean, this is effectively, the Loud Pearl comp now shifted over. We just saw it from DRX. Maybe Global didn't quite get the message that Team Secret first banned Pearl.
This is not Pearl. This is Haven.
But yeah, they're bringing this comp out, and it's yet another different look, because even in the series that they have played, they've been playing 3 games of Haven so far here in 2023 with this roster. They haven't really gone from meta compositions. We've seen them operate without Breach. So this is yet another turn up, a little shift from them. Manietto creeping forward. First shot comes across. Jesse Bash on the floor. There's the Pistol Princes. Look to try to convert this into yet another one, but Maniette blown up by Jeremy, who also gets Aaron to boot. Rossi pushing around the side, finds one, gets another. Jeremy taken down. Rossi at 12 HP, now going to be going for the plant.
Surely we hear that.
Spike planted.
Double lurk around from the back. Dubstep, 64 HP, needs to win this fight. Trailblazer in the meantime, should spot out Borkum.
Stormer available as well, but he wants to lock down this one position.
A couple shots coming across. Paranoia not hitting. Texture gets Dubstep. Now it's all on Borkum.
You know where he is.
It's Borkum time already. Goes for the cross, gets himself in, taps the spike. Nano Swarm was cleared. Rossi low on HP. Borkum finds one, pushes into the smoke though. The reload's not done. And Texture will get himself a second, and Global continue on their pistol dominance.
Very, very impressive. I mean, looking at this composition, yeah, you might be wondering, how does this work out? It's great on Pearl. Is it the same thing on Haven? Well, it turns out, because of the fact that you have 3 sites, because of how Team Secret are trying to position themselves, it kind of confuses them. You know, you have that early high tide into the B site, which I think Envy or Jeremy was pinging out. They weren't quite sure as to where Global Esports were approaching. And as soon as you peek out into A long, you see a whole squad of these players. Now, Global Esports, of course, they get banged up by paint shells. Once more, they have the buys. They should be able to control this.
Push up. Jeremy trying to out-tempo them, trying to catch them off guard, but it's a massive response. Maniette with the Phantom in hand, finding one. Shock Dart tags he and Aaron down just quite a bit. Jesse tries to go on the push, but Classic in hand and loses the Phantom.
Not quite the Team Secret we were seeing against DRX. They had a lot more heroic plays with the shotguns, but now today, in the face of these Phantoms, not as loud as before.
Soft start, but obviously Global in pole position to go ahead and close out this round, barring utter catastrophe. Third round, that's where the importance really starts to shine through for Secret to pick up a round win. Take that bonus away. Starting to back out. It's Rossi staying in the site for a little bit longer. And widely, it's just going to be Borkum and Dubstep going down to the spike.
Safe exit, yeah. Oh.
And there's Rossi with the linger.
Definitely not going to be able to ninja. Still, bit of a classic round and a flawless win for Global Esports. The team that, as you mentioned yourself, Achilleos, the Pistol Princes, they bought up huge and they played it safe. They have this default that is still kind of trying to be solved by Team Secret. So there's so much ahead. And as always, that roaring watch party. Oh my God.
I will say, I do love that Global, and granted there's other teams that are doing this, but I love the kind of like the touring watch parties as they just fly around India and they just host it at different cities. It's never the same location.
I wonder if Team Secret's doing the same thing today. Yes.
Well, sure. We'll take a look at Envy. Gonna find 2.
Spike down mid.
If that watch party is out there, giving him something certainly to cheer for. Massive opening.
As always, it's Envy finding a lot of these sharp kills. Now Global, you got 3 players remaining, and you have to figure out a way to give yourself a safe entry onto a site. But then again, you got 5 players on Team Secret and a lot of the map being controlled. B is definitely not going to be a safe answer.
Texture just trying to get a feel for it. See how it is. Ready to clear high, put some damage down. Fault line though. Keeps him into the corner. Bazzi in the meantime taken down in garage. The paint shell's already used it. Jeremy can't try to displace Texture. He's just gonna have to get hugged up against the right side of the wall, and it seems like with the 2 remaining players here from Global, they feel like this is going to be their best chance, and Monette will catch one. No flawless. How many guns can you hold on to is the question now for Secret. Push in. Still, again, playing high.
30 seconds
Dubstep finds a crossfire. Monette gets another one. Swings across, gets himself into the site, but then Jesse Bash arrives him a link to shut it down. 3 weapons going to be held on to. Secret get themselves on the board in the third.
Not too shabby, and I just want to see that replay again because this round starts off with Envy on a double kill. As soon as Global Esports peeks out of window, he shuts them down, and this gives Team Secret the advantage that they were looking for. If they can keep that up, that would be huge, but at the same time, you have to think about, okay, I see. It's just a simple burst as Global Esports aggresses onto the mid side, but that's the thing. You're never quite sure what Global's about to do. Like what Will mentioned on the desk, it's been a long time since we saw Global Esports play this map, and now they're coming into approaching it with a completely different look. Team Secret has to adapt on the fly.
Does have the Garage Trailblazer to lead the way. Alarm bot is waiting here, now cleared. They spot Borkum on the corner, right here on the C site. He's going to have to back off. Zinvi waiting inside of the window. He gives up this position without finding the kill. Finally does re-swing. Gets one, gets another for his trouble. It's another double. And he's putting up huge numbers and giving them the advantage. Texture creeping in, however, does catch Jeremy unawares. A site, but now unoccupied, but Jesse Bash on a very deep lurk. He keeps going up into that alarm bot. Okay, it's out of range. Deactivated. Never mind. So now they don't know. Aside from the turret.
Monette, I mean, if Jesse can find him, that would be big advantage, but instead it's going to be Monette receiving that information, still undiscovered.
Dubstep, though. Dubstep could be the difference maker.
Enemy
Texture
remaining.
gets another. And Monette will fall.
1-on-2.
It's a little bit too late. Unless he can get the clutch. Texture at 12 HP.
Yes,
Heals
turret.
up a little bit. Turret comes through.
Oh,
But the nanoswarms are set.
Nanoswarms, and he's uncertain as to where the secondary player could be. Maybe it's C-Link, maybe it's still somewhere in Garage. There are too many risks involved, and Dubby opts to back himself out of that situation instead. So 1-3 for Global Esports, despite, again, another explosive opening pick from Envy. That little garage window wooden panel is paper thin. Ayo. It's still Global Esports with the right trades, and they go in really fast with the Texture, being able to sneak in thanks to the high tide perhaps. It's so much value being gained. This double controller composition is actually working.
So now, I mean, if the first series taught us anything, it's that these leads can be disrupted. Rossi going to go for the Bucky and the Blade Storm. Classic combinations, old time. That's rushing forward. High tide just cutting Borkum all the way across, up into Garage as well. There's Monette. Oh boy! Wasn't quite ready for that one. Rossi a little bit too late on the catch. Spams out the knives. Desperately trying to get a pick, but I don't think he reads it. No, he does not. Oh my god! Because of the paranoia, he couldn't hear that shrouded step. Ends up getting taken down. Passing out, found. The dubstep gets a headshot there with the Sheriff. Spray across Aaron. Trading one back, turns to the flash. Gonna be here in the window, but it's gonna be a 2v1. Aaron somehow wins that, jumping up over the top.
Okay.
2 rifles recovered, however.
Standing ahead.
Aaron taken down as Jeremy just continues to lurk at the back of B. Texture now. A very dire situation. Paint shells flying his way. He's got to back off, but he's getting pinched from all angles at the moment. Borkum just behind. Turret set up. Obviously wants to try to play for this one.
It's not impossible.
He's ready for the jiggle peek, but Jesse's not going to go for it. Doesn't want to give him that opportunity. Jeremy in the meantime out in the open. Now Jesse, he shows himself for a brief
30
moment.
seconds left.
Borkum still approaching through Garage. Thought maybe he's going to front face at B. Looks like that's going to be the case at the end of it.
30
Texture.
seconds, okay.
Taps a spike. Plant not coming through yet. He's going to try to go to A.
got
Knife
no
out.
shields.
Here's the footsteps. A couple shots coming across. He
Oh
gets an
my
elimination.
goodness.
Texture's now brought this back into a winnable spot.
He's got smokes, though.
Smokes are there.
10 seconds left.
Planting just on the side. On the fringe of the site. Doesn't spot him. Borkum tucked into the corner. Just on the opposite side of the wall. The lockdown technically available, but surely he doesn't use it here. Borkum starting to creep forward. The shot comes in. Borkum misreads it. And Texture with 3 will clutch it out.
Texture! I'm looking for that copy pasta, and Texture Killjoy is good even if it's a tough structure.
And it's Global calling a timeout.
Off of a win.
I don't mind. I mean, you would suspect that this timeout might have been requested when it looked like the round was lost, before Texture gets that. And I don't think that they can retract it thereafter. But I also, even if that isn't the case, don't necessarily mind it, because this is probably Spin saying, why is this so messy? Why do we have to rely on Texture clutching in order to stretch this lead?
Fair enough.
Either way, it will be Global putting up the first time out here in the map with a 3-round stretch lead.
But what a performance. A 1-on-3 clutch, and you can definitely see, yeah, Spin is making some calls and talking about some decision-making between the teams. It was meant to be a C-side execute. It got a little bit messy when, and yet, you know, with that little corner by Cubby and Dubstep being involved, I mean, excuse me, Borkum being involved. It was such a magnificent play from Team Secret. You had the paranoia, the shrouded step just to throw Rossi off. And then, meanwhile, headed towards Garage, you had players from Team Secret just ready to receive them. Almost a thrifty win until Texture arrives.
Well, now. Secret. Also, probably not going to be... They're probably going to be pretty happy, frankly, having the timeout called. Warbird saying, thank you very much. Don't have to burn one of my own.
They have a lot of ultimates, but this does mean that you have to consider so much in the following rounds. What could the opposite team be doing? SK Rossi pulling out the operator, something that Team Secret might not expect. Again, it's that same default. Toxic screen up on A. Someone could be an A short and Team Secret is unaware. High tide up on towards B once more. And Dubstep is forced to kind of stay in this one spot. See if anyone's pushing in. Noise in towards Garage though, and that pulls some players over onto the other side.
Fault line will catch Rossi. Tucking into the Cubby. Go ahead and re-swing the check, but obviously
if we can actually
hightailing it the other way.
Shoot out some of these Killjoy utilities, we could get to B site.
Flash goes across, spray down Texture. Getting chipped at. Needs to get some TLC from Bazzi. Tap on that plant, but decide to call it off. Rolling Thunder now coming out. Bazzi's going to avoid this one. Push out of Garage Zone. Texture does get finished. Borkum finding one. Rossi now tagged by the Hunter's Fury. Dashes away. Borkum again pushing forward. Noted by Moniette.
30
Watch,
seconds
but they're
left.
going to continue
30
to
seconds.
push their way up here towards B. As you say, 30 seconds remaining. Time is dwindling. Aaron needs to win this opening duel. Spots him. Dubstep swings in. Finds two. The spike now on the ground. Right into the corner. Rossi's obliterated. The up is lost, as is the round.
Imploded in a matter of seconds. They started out great. They were trying to bait out bits of utility, bait out ultimates. But then the Rolling Thunder, then the peak from Borkum outside of Garage, it just breaks them apart. Even going in off of it, the final moments, it's just that one little spray. Once again, these wooden panels are paper thin. And it's such a good control play from Team Secret's players. Dubstep getting this, and then the showstopper instantly to follow through. 2-4, Team Secret,
And mind you,
cannot count them out.
in all of the chaos, Moniette dropped the pit.
Oh,
So
that's expensive.
It's even worse for him. Not only is the op gone, but so too is that ultimate. Now though, looking to maybe up the pace as they go over to the C site. That Reckoning comes across. Borkum trying to watch for it, catch somebody on the entry, but has to pull away. Bazzi now trying to hold Garage. Spots one, spots two. Oh, the drag across is so damn clean.
An instant double keeps Team Secret at bay. 3 players all stuck on the other side of C-Link. They try to peek back, but SK Rossi is here with the operator.
I mean, that dink is enough to send them packing. Jeremy's like, no, no, no.
Not Jeremy.
I am not losing this one. Head for the hills. After a great round win, Global just go for a quick hit. It's looking like a flawless unless Borkum can find something. And eventually, just will have to drift away.
I want to give up too much to Global Esports as well. We are looking for them a little bit. Just playing it safe still, securing that lead. Global Esports. A sudden fast rush into the C site. And also Garage Control just fends off a hungry Team Secret.
Huge one there from Bazzi. Secret though, I mean, not great. Obviously you can see Dubstep 2400 at the moment, trying to really make up his mind and see what things are going to look like. Borkum can push that weapon over to a weapon over to him, and he will. So the buy is still going to be clean. Borkum will be running with this operator, so doing his best. Zekin, Cryo, Navera impression. When do we get Mako with it all?
You want Mako and an operator?
All these controllers are using them.
It's not impossible, especially on an Omen.
He's the timing off this wall drop.
Okay, he definitely hears the footsteps.
Oh yeah, they are making noise.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, I think Texture saw it.
Swings into him, the shot goes wide. Texture
I've got your
finds
trail.
one. Envy now going for the jiggle peek on the back of side. Seekers, however, leading the way as he is the Trailblazer. Stun on the Jesse Bash. Isn't cleared quite just yet. Monyet as he swings in will find one, but Envy gets two yet again. Lockdown now committed. Goes in, Bazzi pushing forward. Aaron there also to clear. Dubstep, he's got the sight and they have to respect this lockdown. They have to hightail it out.
They have so much time just to rotate over to whichever side they want to go. They could lurk up in B, they could go over to C, they could even just cut noise and head back towards A. One player is
That's what they're doing.
detained.
And look at the rotation. Dubstep is left.
He would have no idea.
He set the alarm bot to try to get a catch. Now he's going to be just recalling everything to try to get another setup, but he fully thinks that this is going to be shipped to C.
30 seconds left.
That means Global Esports gets the timing on him. They'll be able to set down the spike, perhaps drift into a deeper position, and as soon as Dubstep rotates over, that could be his neck. Global Esports.
You should run.
Oh, and wow, just securing it.
Yeah, just to lock him out even further, get themselves into some forward defensive hold positions. Aaron potentially at risk, but okay, alarm bot alerts him to the presence. Dubstep finding one. Brings it now to a winnable spot. The shot's work and Dubstep! He gets the kills through. Grabs the operator. Goes for the defuse. Unbelievable.
How the heck?
Absolutely unreal. Misjudges, rotates all the way to see sight.
But still manages to recover in that final 1-on-2. He gets the gunfight. Global Esports, despite Texture having great numbers before, great performances from before, in this one final moment, just not quite sure where Dubstep could have been coming from. They were kind of aware of it. They were kind of watching for that angle. But then, these sudden peaks made in confidence, ADSing at the last second.
Yeah.
I think that's the same spot, but you can hear that crowd.
Oh yeah, they are fired up. Secret. Giving them some more reasons to cheer. Jeremy, it's up here, top of the site. Just the wrist of Monyet spotted. Oh, it's such a hairline, but Aaron just gets right past that shot. Wall goes up. Rossi now tucked away. Has to back out of this position. Is able to do so safely.
Oh,
Texture looking to make first contact. Viper wall raised. Rips across some spray. He knows that somebody is in a forward position.
All right. Well, once again, Team Secret kind of controls the sites, controls the map. They've got utilities everywhere, and that one bit of presence with the operator from Jeremy kind of pushed them off. But here we go. What that dog doing? It's going in towards Garage. And this lad, 4 to 5, Team Secret on his back.
Jeremy again, spotting one off the back of the recons. Know the Texture, bit of an iffy position. How does he get out of here now? He doesn't. Swings in. Again, the reckoning here towards C, but this time Borkum. He plays within the site. He finds one. Envy catches Aaron on the cross. Monyet now left standing, finds two. So back into a decent spot, but as he tries to jiggle out, he's not ready for Jesse Bash to be that far forward. Just completely exposes himself.
Well, we've seen that 1-on-3 before. That was from Texture. Bazzi right now has one bird, well, two birds now to play with. Team Secret just working together as a group, though. If he rotates to B, that's where Jeremy is. Meanwhile, Jesse Bash and Dubstep right around C-Link.
Cheeky play. He gets around the side of the box before the recon can ping. Turret not in line of sight either. Bazzi with a chance, but
oh no.
Decently reading this one. Jesse wasn't sure where he was getting shot from. Fires the shot straight into B. Bazzi now, his turn to try to get the clutch.
Timing.
Catches one, swings out. He's just not good for it. Dubstep finds it.
could have been possible if he did land that first shot. But that said, still a good recovery from Team Secret. It was an attempt at a C push, but again, looking at the replays, Team Secret are able to hold things down. I mean, once they have that information, once Jeremy gets that opening pick, there's so much that could go wrong. And with players like Envy just holding up back sight, they managed to lock it down.
Good stuff. I mean, scrappy rounds the whole way down. Secret now tie it up. This is after that 4-1 lead that Global had established very early on. And I think that, you know, in hindsight, pulling the trigger on that timeout is certainly hurting at the moment because they'd probably love to pump the brakes.
We look at the ultimates as well. I mean, I've said this before, Team Secret, they're a momentum-based team. Once they get going, it's hard to stop them. They've got 3 ultimates in their pockets. Good smoke, though.
It's back over the top. I mean, he's just trying to jump peek this one.
But it's an operator, so he has to be very careful about this. Maybe just a retake setup instead.
Rossi and Paranoia just keep him locked in position for now. Rolling Thunder across. They want this site. They want it right now. Showstopper out. Jeremy just sending it down long. Gonna be able to get anything. Moniette stays tucked.
Oh my God.
On scatter for now. The boombot goes over the top, but Jesse Bash gets himself on Lumber. Ends up coming up with the kill. Texture forward in garage. Everybody on this side of the map. Defensive setup still there from Dubstep.
Got the dark cover in 5 seconds. I think that's what he's calling for. Smoke off garage, smoke off C-long, and then go in for the tap. But Global Esports just waiting for a pick.
There's no ambiguity here. They know exactly where they are. The turret's not making contact. The alarm bot not making contact. Dubstep staring into B. Rossi puts Jesse down to 6. Jeremy counter swings, however, finds Bazzi. The kill comes across. Jeremy gets a second one, gets a third. Suddenly Texture now needs a 1v5. And this seems just like a bridge too far. Will swing out, gets Envy, the off shot not connecting, but Jesse Bash, even though he's at 6 HP, will be able to stay alive. Speaking of sixes, Secret lock in a 6th round win, and they take the lead.
No need to call for timeouts right now, I'll say that. 4 rounds in a row.
It was a 4-round game for Pubg to start, but as much as wants to try to go into to execute, it's not working.
Especially when Team Secret has that intel. They know it's going to be a C hit, they didn't have to move. You need more ambiguity with those walls, those high tides, those toxic screens. Right now, it's not happening.
Can they get a read on where this AWP is positioned? Rossi again with one of his own, but he's just looking to counter any aggression out of a lobby.
Anticipating pushes from Team Secret, but they're not giving it to him.
Texture starting to swing. Okay, the up shot does not hit. I know where the operator's at.
Garage.
Again, this is so heavily populated right now from the side of Secret. Aaron just trying to go up into window. Envy takes his head off, gets a second one. Bazzi, however, does answer back. Hunter's Fury cutting across. Bazzi tagged once, tagged twice, he's dead.
And then the Viper's pit from Moniette. They do have the C site, but guess what? Team Secret still has numbers. They have the utility.
Thought maybe they play both of them within this pit. It is just going to be Moniette, Rossi obviously with the off now.
There's a fighting chance this Viper's pit. Garage is a big opening gap.
Smoke down, but Rossi's still moving. He's still swinging. That finds the kill. Moniette good for one, tucks back in. Kenny clear Dubstep.
Sneaks out of it. They're
They're
going
gonna double
together.
base. He gets one. Spots them, and Moniette will clutch it.
I mean, I am a little bit worried about some things here at Helios. We're seeing great performances all across the board. I think Team Secret got Jeremy and doing incredible things. Indy is anchoring a lot of great spots on the map. But on the other side, Texture, got Monette, Global Esports, they're coming up huge. One player that I'm kind of worried about though is SK Ross. I think it has to be said. He is great, and we see it when he goes on that murderous rampage, but in some moments, in some instances, when he's not feeling it, he tries to shoot himself back in the game. And if it doesn't happen, he starts to peak so much, overpeaking again and again, he gets punished for it.
A bit like what we've seen from Pubg in our first series of the day. It has been a bit of a rough start for him. Secret not giving him any room to work